I wanted to go live super quickly about the Australian Golden Sash Awards because I saw my friend Chantel O'Donoghue had put up a post about encouraging people to basically encouraging that the real deserving people win rather than the most popular. Now, I had been thinking about doing a live about this, to be completely clear up front. And it is tricky. Like I'm divided because I love a party, getting all dressed up. I'm about to hit Miss International Australia. Like, don't get me wrong. I love a chance to celebrate, meet up with friends and have a good time. And I don't know, to be clear, how the winner is going to be selected. I've seen the nomination forms and you can nominate and then you have to give a reason. So I don't know how the winner is going to be selected. So I'm not going to throw shade at it by any means. But my fear is, and this is legitimately what Chantel said as well, is that it can turn into a popularity contest. Now, rather than me just simply giving an opinion, I want to give you an example of what happened to me, which is a pageant king, not a queen, a pageant king here in Australia, sent me a message to my Facebook page. Now, they friended me on Facebook, but I actually unfriended them because I didn't like what I was sent afterwards. It was basically a press release. The assumption being that if you send me a press release that I will interview you. There was no effort made at personal communication, and it was given in kind of like, I didn't like the voice that it was sort of given in. It sounded quite, I don't know, I'll leave that. But I was also then, when the Golden Sash Awards were announced, I was sent another message to my page, same person, giving me basically instructions as to how to vote for him. Now that's a problem. That is legitimately a problem. If you are reaching out to someone like me, telling me how to vote for you, when I don't know you, I don't know your efforts, I don't know what you went through to win your title, that is a legitimate problem. So really, to sum it up, if the most deserving queens win, and yeah, I get that is subjective, totally. So I think there should be criteria for judging each of the roles, and to be fair, I believe there are. I've seen some of them. I'm not sure that I agree with all of them, but as long as it is not simply a popularity contest and picked on the number of votes, then that's great. But I just wanted to jump in here because Chantel put up a post on Facebook that I kind of was thinking that I wanted to lend my voice to as well. She put it up. She said she was getting some sort of hate for it. And if you want to give hate to anyone, you can give it to me. Because if you know Chantel at all, Chantel O'Donoghue, you know there is no one who gives more fiercely of herself. Probably way too much, to be frank. Chantel, if you're watching this, can you please take a break? We don't want you to die. But she, to me, is genuinely what a queen should be about. And so her opinion to me carries a lot of weight because I know she would never do anything that was in any way lacked integrity. So I think the Golden Sash Awards are a fantastic idea and I really hope it does really well. And I do also hope, frankly, that it helps take pageantry more mainstream. When I did my podcast with Rachel Gallagher, Ruby Adamson, Maddie May, and Sarah Copeland, Rachel actually said we need to take pageantry mainstream. And I absolutely agree. So I do hope that members of the public can get involved as well so they can see what pageantry has to offer so we can build our following and get the real people that we want involved in it, not just the people who want the plastic on their heads or the diamonds on their head. Like, the price of it, you get me, doesn't matter. It's what went into it that really matters. And an award system such as this is great so long as it rewards those qualities. If it becomes a popularity contest, then we have big problems because that's not what it should be about. So I would love to know personally what you think about it. As I said, I've stayed away from saying good or bad. I've given you some of the objective, like what's happened to me and some of the criteria that I would like to see. For example, not just number of votes, but specific criteria, and then someone who's qualified to judge and isn't biased can go through those criteria and pick the most deserving winner. If that happens, fantastic. If it is just the number of votes, that's very worrying. And if I'm being reached out to by people who I don't know, telling me how to vote for them, I'm going to tell people not to vote for you, because that's the sort of person I am. To give you a counter example, for example, I asked Catherine Musgrave, forgive me if I get it wrong, but little Ava. I actually reached out to her mum to tell me how to vote for Ava, because I've seen how much work she does. So honestly, if people know in the industry that these Sash Awards are coming up and they don't ask you how to vote for them, they don't ask you how to vote for you, maybe you don't deserve that award. Just a thought. If people like me have seen you, people in the know have seen you, and they're reaching out to say, how can I vote for you because I want to vote for you, that's probably a clue you're doing something right. So that's my 5 cents worth. I'll leave it there. I'll leave you to debate in the comments. And as I've mentioned in some of my posts in the last week, refrain from name calling, state your arguments or your objections logically, and take ego out of it. Don't be triggered. Please promise me that, because otherwise I will delete your comment. All the best. I'm about to head over to Miss International Australia in about an hour. I'm here in Cessnock, and I will speak to you very, very soon.